Hello, you beautiful, beautiful souls. Welcome to Colleen Tarot. Welcome to your video. This is a collective video. All right. So you might feel this applies to you. You might not feel it applies to you. But anyways, pre-shuffle cards. I got Twin Flames and I heard growing up. Okay. I was hearing growing up. So some of you have a twin that is growing up, maturing. All right. Some of you might have a twin flame who is coming in with a surprise. We have boomerang, we have surprise, and somebody might have been rejecting you. Okay. Or maybe you're going to reject this time. I don't know. All right. So this is a twin flame reading. So we're going to be asking about divine feminine, divine masculine, or just see what really wants to come out. That's what we're really here to do, see what wants to come out. Out of all these cards, that was the only card that came out, was the twin flame card. So I'm going to put these back in. Before I start your reading though, I'm going to be the first one to tell you all that you're so beautiful and you're so needed in this world. I want to thank you guys for being here, for sharing your time and your energy with me. I value you and the divine values you, and thank you so much for being here. So again, this is a collective reading for twin flames, and it automatically came out on its own. I wasn't sure if that's the exact reading I was doing, because I heard someone is maturing is what I heard. Someone is maturing. So maybe somebody acted immature, and literally if that card came out, it could be your twin flame. All right, so let's get into this again. What wants to come out here for the collective? Left you hanging on no closure, no contact, left on red. All right, but it's in the reverse. It's in the reverse. So somebody left you hanging, no contact, someone ghosted. Look, wow. Somebody's not going to ghost you now. Reconcile, closing this cycle. All right, so you have here strongly, all right, this person wants to reconcile. This person wants to close the cycle. This person ghosted you, left you hanging. If you don't believe in twin flames, this would be like a soulmate or a person who ghosted you, left you hanging. All right. But in the pre-shuffle, literally that card came out. Secret accounts. Somebody might come out and say that they were watching you from a secret account. Maybe even, depending on who you are, maybe even talking to you. I don't know. From a secret account, but we have secret account here, and that is in the reverse. Give me another card and then we'll go to the next deck. And this is divine feminine energy, self-love. So I feel like you've been definitely giving yourself love, and divine feminine can be a man or a woman. Some of you might have a new boo. Maybe they want to be your new boo. I don't know. We got married in the reverse. We have police here. We have karmic ties, and we got new boo. So that could be some crazy stuff that they're going through that you don't know. Maybe somebody works as a police. I don't know. Or entwined with them. I don't know. Because, with the police card next to karmic ties, it might literally take the police, okay, to get somebody out of a situation or a connection. All right. Let's get some more cards. Revenge, ooh. Sorrow, ooh, 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 ooh. Obstacle, okay. So, somebody may want to get revenge. It's probably going to be a person that's karmic here. Let's clarify that real quick. Tell me about revenge. Aquarius, Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. So it looks like the star card is Aquarius, but it's also a card of hope, wish fulfillment. All right. So the one who's not chosen, okay, the one who's getting sort of left behind here because somebody chooses the one they want to be with. All right. And then this revenge might come from somebody who has Aries, Leo, Sag, but it doesn't have to. We have that person here with the black cat, the person doing magic. So somebody might get revenge, doing some sort of black magic or spell work, psychic attack, whatever. Tell me about sorrow. Tell me about sorrow. Knight of Wands reverse. Okay. So this is the person who is growing up. This is a person who is looking at how immature that they were acting in a connection. All right. And this is a person now who doesn't want to act that way. So they have to make some sort of announcement, most likely to a karmic. Tell me about the obstacle. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. So somebody's feeling blocked, but they sort of get out of their head. So I feel like somebody feels blocked because someone's like tied up to somebody, literally. Tell me more about that Queen of Cups in the reverse. It's water energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Ten of Pentacles reverse. And we have Virgo here with the Knight of Pentacles reverse. Ten of Cups. Ace of Wands reverse. Ten of Cups is reverse. Okay, Tower. So someone's going to have to bring the Tower here. Somebody's going to have to end, stop. Okay, somebody doesn't want to continue, carry forward with somebody any longer. All right, so that's going to be a karmic. Tell me about the karmic here. Cutting ties with the karmic. It's in the reverse. Eight of Swords, yeah. So this is like a mental block. Someone's like, I'm stuck. Somebody's stuck. I can't get around this, but it's really mental. Because maybe someone is maybe someone's like, look, I don't have to marry this person, or there can be a divorce that happens. So tell me about marriage here in the reverse. The Hanged One in the reverse. All right, Pisces energy. Somebody realizes they have an option here. Literally, we have the King of Swords, which is Aquarius energy, but it's also the energy of cutting. You see how someone's cutting here? Someone's like, look, I can just talk. I can just say, I can say what I feel. I can break up with somebody. I can cut off things. I can change things. So somebody is maturing to the fact that, it's not too late. They can change things. They can speak. They have a tongue. They have a voice. They have an opinion. Tell me about police. Tell me about police. The Empress reverse. Okay. So the police card is associated with the Nine of Wands reverse. And we have the Empress reverse and the King of Cups reverse. And somebody's saying, but like, you can't do that. Someone's literally playing the victim card. You can't do that. Because marriage and the Empress is pregnant, but it is in the reverse, and the King of Cups is upright. So it really feels like someone plays the victim card. Things could get a little crazy. Someone could call the police. I don't see it that somebody is, like as a job, but not saying that they couldn't be. But it has more to do with somebody who gets single. Maybe there's a child involved, all right? And what has to get involved. I mean, I have justice cards, so I don't think that's the case. I have court cards and justice cards that could have come out. All right, let's just get into the tarot and see what kind of details we can get out. But it looks like somebody's divine counterpart, twin flame, or somebody growing up here. Okay, someone's growing up. But this would be a person who ghosted you, blocked you, possibly watching you from secret socials, all right? This is that person, all right? This is that person, and you're not going to be blocked or ghosted by them. But I feel like you're on this self-love journey. Just know that the third party is going to want revenge in this situation here. Yeah, here's the immaturity right there. Knight of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, reverse. This is like somebody was immature. They didn't want to be the family guy or girl. They didn't, you know. We have Leo here in the reverse, or somebody immaturely jumped into something with a karmic. We're going to have to clarify though. So let me just get the rest of the cards out. Knight of Wands is also Sagittarius energy. We have the hanged one here, which is Pisces energy. Somebody was like this for a while, or someone feels like they were stuck. Yeah, Five of Wands, Page of Cups reverse. Someone could have literally been tied to a connection because of a child here, but this Page of Cups could also be an apology that's coming from your twin flame or something like this, because they just sort of deserted you. They just sort of deserted you. And this is the person, somebody is maturing and definitely breaking away from a karmic, and I feel like that's when they're going to reach out. If this is your reading, it's a collective reading here. Knight of Cups is in the reverse, and the King of Cups. So this is definitely talk about maturing, someone who goes from a knight to a king. But the King of Cups is somebody who is now emotionally mature, but they're holding back their feelings. So they may be the one who has to come in and say how they feel. The Knight of Cups is that person who they just don't want to be in that immature energy. They don't want to be dating. They don't want to be reckless with their emotions anymore. So this is a person who has probably been this way for a while. Okay. And now they have a goal. They know what they want. Okay, the Star reverse and the King of Wands in the upright. The Star is a card of Aquarius. The King of Wands is a card of Leo or Aries or Sag. But it's like the energy is, I'm going to go after what I want. This Star card represents a wish, a hope. I'm going to go after it. I hope I get it. And here we have, you know, Divine Feminine and the Star. So basically, Divine Masculine wants Divine Feminine. And Divine Masculine can be in a man or a woman's body. Doesn't matter. Same as Divine Feminine can. We have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So I feel like this is somebody who's not going to breadcrumb. And here's 1111. You could be seeing that. Page of Swords. Somebody's been literally watching and just being in regret. It seems like it's your counterpart. They've been watching. They've been regretful for how they acted. And they ghosted. They blocked. They left you hanging, and they were immature. And we have the Magician here in the reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So there is something that somebody feels like they could still be missing, incomplete. Maybe it's bad timing. Something's going on, bad timing, because there's another person involved. So it's like, or maybe there's something involving kids. So we're going to start clarifying this. Tell me about the Knight of Wands, Sagittarius energy. Tell me about the Knight of Wands. The Tower in the reverse. Temperance in the reverse. The Emperor. This is your divine counterpart, divine masculine, your twin flame, who realizes they let go of a very important connection. Now they want to regain this connection. But then the problem is someone can't get past the betrayal, like I said, the ghosting, the blocking, the way that they acted. All right, so they're having a very big self-realization about how they were immature, because that's what I channeled was immaturity, and that card is going to be the closest related to that. The Tower is Aries and Scorpio. So now they understand, or they realize they let go of a very important connection, and now Divine Feminine, your boundaries are up high. Okay, your boundaries are up high. They expect you to be angry at them. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. The Strength card. So it looks like they are leaving a karmic or literal Leo, Aries, Sag. Okay, that is the person that is then going to go and get revenge. Okay, because that's a person that they are currently with. For some reason, your divine counterpart didn't think that you guys had what it took to go the long haul. For some reason, they didn't see you as the power couple. They didn't see you as the one. Or they're literally walking away from a Leo. I don't know. But this is like, when it landed on the Magician, which is Virgo, Gemini, and we have the Wheel of Fortune here as well in the reverse, which is Sagittarius. This is a person who's like, it was something about timing, or they didn't think that you and them had what it took to last the test of time. But in those connections, the illusion is that you are separated. You never are separated. But I'm not going to get involved in all that. That's just stuff I took in my own twin flame course. But that's the whole illusion of things. But that's how they're looking at it. They're like, no, we don't have what it takes. I can't see myself long term. So there's a reason behind them ghosting you. There's a reason behind them leaving you hanging. And it has something to do with, they just didn't think you were going to be important on down the road. And now they're in the consciousness of realizing how important this connection really is. Because they're maturing, or matured to the fact. They went, literally from a knight to a king and an emperor. Tell me about the Hanged One. Two of Swords. So they've been in some sort of deliberation for quite a while about you and another person, and also maybe even about the whole twin flame concept. So I don't even know if you told this person they were your twin flame, because they've been sort of on the fence here for a while, and they've been stuck with some sort of karmic tie for a while. But it looks like they are walking away from it. But what they're on the fence about is either between you and another person, or they've been on the fence about, like I said, because some of you have told this person probably that they were your twin flame. I know for my other channel, I've dealt with that. The Divine Feminines have said that. So whatever it is, they've been trying to make a decision for quite a while, and that's the strongest energy. All right, but this is, remember, it's your life, Divine Feminine. You keep loving yourself. You do what you want to do. Tell me about the Page of Cups and the reverse. Four of Swords, Page of Pentacles. So I do feel like there's a message coming. I feel like you're going to hear something, and it's going to come along the lines of they would like to heal things with you, because the Four of Swords talks about healing. All right. And another thing is they're sort of holding back, because healing is also like they could be healing, but because maybe they've already broken up with the karmic and they're trying to heal before they come in. Because either way, they could be trying to heal things with you. I mean, they're going to have to heal things with you because there's reconcile here. And this is them going in your direction. Two of Wands. Two of Wands, Eight of Cups. That is definitely them going in your direction. Tell me about that Five of Wands. That's a duel right here, okay? That's a duel. In this deck, it's stress, it's competition. It landed on the Knight of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, the person that they're dating, like if they were dating this person, if the person they're dating thought they were going to get married, or if they were just with a person since a young age, because I don't know who this person is coming back. I don't know if this person is literally physically older when they're coming back and they were with a karmic since they were younger, because this can play out so many different ways. It's a collective reading for the twin flame, the divine masculine. Is the one that's showing is coming in, and the one that's showing that they're very clear. They're very clear about you, and they're very clear about what they want. And some of you guys are high priestesses. Some of you are tarot readers, all right? But this is their intuition, and their intuition is also telling them to come toward you. So they know, like, there's something definitely going on in their life right now where if they come toward you, it's going to bring some sort of drama. And it has a lot to do with the karmic. Aries, Leo, Sag, somebody who they're currently with or someone that's currently around. Tell me about that Knight of Cups in the reverse. That Knight of Cups is a card of Cancer. It's also a card of, you know, how they were. Because we literally go from the Knight of Cups to the King of Cups. Yeah. 7 of Wands. I mean, this person could have been dating a lot of people, had a lot of people after them. But there's only one in their heart. And that would be you, collective. There's only one in their heart. 6 of Wands, Ace of Swords. I feel like they're also shocked about this because they have a lot of options here. It looks like there's already someone currently in the energy still showing up. Even if they've broken up, it would be kind of recent. They'd be trying to heal from it because it's recent enough that somebody would want to get revenge, but they see success with you. They would also probably not be able to stop thinking about you. Tell me about that King of Cups. Yeah, the Empress here in the reverse. See, you don't know. Divine Feminine doesn't know that Divine Masculine wants to be with them for the long haul, get married to them, because the Empress is Divine Feminine. Empress is the one you marry. And we've gotten all the twin flame cards out. Okay, we have the Emperor wanted to come out, but then hid back into the deck because remember the Emperor is holding back. We had the Lovers. We had the 4 of Wands, 1111. We have the Empress. We have the Strength card. This person might not believe in twin flames as well. But again, it's the karmic. Okay, the karmic is still in this energy, even though this person sees success with you. The karmic is still around. They're around you, around them, they're around. Tell me about the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. Judgment in the reverse. Scorpio energy, Pluto energy. Tables have turned. They are turning. Somebody realizes they made a very big mistake is what it is. And that's how the tables are turning. They made a very big mistake. They did not see the end game with you. They did not see you being long term. And now you're the only one they can think about out of all these other options, out of all these other people who are after them. You are the one. But you are the one that's going to be the hardest one to get. You are the one that brings, you're the one that they know that it's going to be the hardest. It's going to be the hardest. Because now your boundaries are up. You're not so easily accessible. And there's a karmic attached. So now, if they didn't have to work for you before, they're going to have to work for you now. Tell me about the Magician in the reverse. The World. So this person really is seeing that they have everything but the new beginning with you. They'd have to close everything out. The World card is Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio. And the Magician is Virgo and Gemini. So in order for all this to happen, really all this person has to do is speak and communicate. All they have to do is speak up. That's all they really have to do is speak up. But somebody wasn't speaking up. Somebody was holding back. But now they're going to speak up. But it's also now going to be up to Divine Feminine to accept, to listen, to go forward with this person. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. And then we will close out with an Oracle card. 5 of Wands. Again, there's something about, I'm telling you, you are being watched. Okay? Divine Feminine being watched. And they know that it's going to be hard, all right? Because there is no competition when it comes to you. And there's something about, they sort of slept on this. They let time go by. So it's not going to be as easy. But I did have two cards that look like they're coming toward you. I also have a card that looks like, they're being guided, or they want to come to some sort of compromise with you. Definitely want to have some sort of engagement and conversation with you. Probably to feel things out, because this is a very big reading. It's a collective reading. So it's all signs, and it's twin flame, divine counterparts, if you believe in that. Anyways, we're going to close out with an oracle card from Archangel Michael deck and see what wants to come out. Looks like you're divine feminine. You are just loving yourself, taking care of yourself. It's almost over, and that could talk about separation. The clock is ticking here, and card number 16, which 1 and 6 turn to 7, that's the Chariot. In tarot, it's very soon. It says your current challenge will soon be resolved, and you will be able to look to the future with a smile. But I already see you smiling. I already see you looking to the future. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed your reading, twin flame reading, divine counterpart reading. See you in your next one, and namaste, my friends.